All righty, and we're going to record to the cloud. Yay! Well, everybody, welcome to day 10 of the Watch Your Words Challenge. And for those of you who don't know who I am Beth Myers, and I am Christy's personal assistant. And she called me about 10 minutes ago, and she said, I've got a problem. I said, wait a second, there are no problems. And of course, she was laughing, she was joking. And then she texted me, she says, I think you need to start the meeting today. So she is on her way. She got stuck in a little bit of traffic getting back to her house. So as we know, there are no problems. There are only the perceptions of problems, as the council talks about. And today's Watch Your Words, it's all about, as Duncan just put in the chat, solutions. And oh, Latricia, thank you. It's always fun when I'm around. Oh, you're so sweet. You just filled my heart up today. Thank you so much. So I know some people are joining us on Facebook and YouTube Live, and we are glad that all of you are here as well. Christy will be joining us in just a few minutes. Today's going to be a little bit longer. We do have a special gift to give today, another surprise and delight, because those of you that are just meeting Christy for the first time, or those of you that have known her for a while, you know that she loves to do surprise and delights. So as we really get this membership flowing. Some of you have already joined. So excited to welcome you into the different levels. And for those of you that aren't aware of what the different levels are for our membership area, we will go over those today and give you that information, just so you know a little bit more about how Christy and the council are going to be doing their work more so. They've run lots of courses, lots of different weekend experiences, and not to say that they're not going to have those kinds of things, but a lot of the work is going to be done within the membership levels because it's very sacred work, as Christy was saying yesterday. So I see is just popped on, so I'm going to transfer over to her the host capabilities in just a second when she pops on, and then
that's my cue.
She is. Hello, Miss America.
When she pops on, oh, Miss America. When she pops on, I like it. I like it. Thank you, Beth. You know, it's like a real life situation.
You are so welcome.
I was a bit behind some construction getting home, and I called Beth and I said, I have a problem. And then I laughed and I said, no, I don't, but I am. And she knew what I meant too. So I said, I need you to just go on because we're going to look for some solutions for this. So I'm here, you're here, we're all here. And we're going to talk about problem, how we don't have any. It's all perception. So let me get us streaming. You're already streaming? You're already recording? Awesome, Beth. You're the best. Can we all just like whatever, clap, just, give our thumbs up, just give our hugs, our gratitude to Beth, because she truly is the best.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you so much.
You.
Well, welcome everybody. It's true. Welcome and congratulations. So good to see everybody. Today is day 10. We've made it. We did it. Yay! You've done it. It's 10 days of watching your words. And it's funny, even when I was talking to Beth, it's like, okay, I try. Wait, no, I didn't try. I did. So it's watching your words all the time. And when we start to utter words or even say words that we didn't want to say, or going down a way that we didn't want to go, we get to correct and continue. We get to shift and say, no, I didn't mean that. What I really meant was this, or what I really want to say is this. So notice how you're feeling and notice what has changed or shifted for you. Right? Like, let's chat about it. Go into the Energy Vortex community site. I want to know how this has impacted you. What word specifically was a really big one for you? Because the one we're going to talk about today was huge for me. We're going to talk about the problem with that is I am not kidding. And I am being very mindful of my words. I'm not going to say my mom always. My mom consistently will say that. Any conversation I have with her, Well, it was good, but the problem with that is, or the problem was, right? And that really keeps us in a perpetual state of being in lack. This is one of those cue words. If we're focusing on problems, we're going to get more problems. So welcome to the Watch Your Words, day 10 of the 10-day challenge. If you want to go even deeper into all 30 days into the Watch Your Words series, you can by joining the higher levels of the membership site of the Energy Vortex through Illuminate, Enlighten, and Ascend, where you'll receive not only the next 11 to 30 days of Watch Your Words, but many, many, many other resources to help you learn how to apply universal laws and truths. And what I love so much, and I'm so grateful and so appreciative for about the council that I'm a light messenger for, is they show the how, right? They show the how. And if you want to work directly with the council or have more counsel, not just Christy Whitman, but Christy and the council, then you want to go into the Enlighten or the Ascend membership. And it's the Ascend where you get in real time live interaction with the council. So what I love about them is they show the how. You might have heard that everything is energy, but how do we apply that in our own lives? You might know or have heard or are aware of that we each create our own reality. But for me, when I first heard that, it was like, how? The council gives us that how. You might know that there are circumstances or situations in your life that you would like to have different or better, but how do you create the change? And not just change, but like things that are somewhat changed, but lasting, permanent, completely a different trajectory into your life type of change. All of that you can find within the higher levels of the Energy Vortex membership, because that's where you get the counsel, especially the highest level of Ascend, where you're going to meet with us monthly through quantum light shifts and quarterly through Q&As in real time live. So you can go to christywhitman.com/vortex. And if you haven't joined the other levels of membership, you have time to do that now. Today is the last and final day that we are going to be here together for the challenge. We get to connect, and this community is just so precious, so amazing. So I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you and your energy signature that make up this incredible configuration. And thank you for all of you that are playing in this realm and being able to connect with each other that are light beings and light-minded beings. All of you are also welcome to join us as a complimentary, which we do every time we do a meditation series, June 1st through the 3rd. We're going to start our abundance and success meditation series. So as I grew up, and as I still hear my mom say quite often, the problem with that is, and one thing that I learned and learn how to apply, and I'm going to give you, excuse me, I'm going to give you a really great process that literally has changed my life. When we focus on the problem is, and we shift, excuse me, and we shift it to, there's always a solution, our point of attraction totally changes. So today is a really big one, because this one word really clues us into where are we focused? What are we focused on? And the problem is understanding there is no problem. There's never a problem. There's only perspectives of problems. And this is the first thing that the council actually came through the very first time back in September 17th, 2018. It was in the middle of Sacred Circle of Light. And a wonderful client of ours kept talking about the problem and the negativity of it and what's wrong and bad. And that's when in that moment, I had what felt like when both my kids and my husband are talking to me at the same time, I'm like, wow, it felt like 9 different people were talking to me all at once. And I was like, full tilt. And my consciousness went out and their consciousness came in. And the first thing they say is there are no problems. There's only perspectives of problems. And that was big for me because one of the things that my husband and I, Frederick and I, work on all the time is when something happens, when there's a schedule shift, when something else comes up, when we have to navigate things like we did earlier this week, because he needed to go to Montreal for his father's funeral. And I was home taking care of both business and kids and house stuff and all that. When you look for what are the solutions, you find them. So I think like the universe is so hilarious because I gave myself enough time, right, to get from point A to point B. And then I get through this construction area and I call Beth and I'm like, you know what? There is a very slow moving truck. And so I would appreciate if we could find some kind of solution, right? And so immediately it was like, could you please get on and greet everybody and just let them know because I'm going to be there just. That's the solution. It's real time. And so this was huge for me because not only does my mom say should a lot, you're not able to have a conversation without her saying, well, the problem with this is, or the problem with that is. And what that does is it focuses on what's wrong or bad, which is an absolute aspect of lack, of limitation, of we got to fix something. Something's got to be fixed. And that is landing us straight into the drama triangle. It's landing us in the place of lack, which is the opposite of abundance. And if we focus on lack, if we focus on problems and seeing what the problems are, we get more lack. We see more problems. The very first book that I wrote, or actually came through me, was Perfect Pictures. If we're looking at what needs to be fixed, what's wrong or bad, what's not right with something, the absolute 10 things could be wonderful, one thing could be off, and the focus goes to that off thing, and that's what the problem becomes. We create more from that focus. So going into understanding that in any situation, let's just call it contrast, in any part of life, there's always variety. And that contrast, it does show up. But our focus and the meaning that we make it by saying or declaring that's a problem, that creates it to be a problem. If we see contrast and say, okay, well, that's not what I want, that's not what I appreciate, right? I want to get there on time. I want to be there supportive. I want to see my kid do this. I want to be able to, whatever it is. When we're focused on what we want, then we can focus on the solution. There is always a solution. We used to tell our kids this when they were very young. If there was like a uh-oh or something that happened, it's like there's always a solution. See, and yes, I deliberately used always in this case because that feels good. There's always a solution, right? Yeah. If we say there's always a problem, well, that doesn't feel good. That's two of the words we want to avoid saying all the time. Always and problem in the same sentence. Well, it's always a problem. Well, you double whammied yourself, right? That doesn't feel good. So what is the solution? I am going to give you a process today that I swear by, that has literally shifted my brain and the function of my brain to go, okay, here's the scenario, here's the contrast. What's the solution? What's the solution? What's the choice? What's the option in this now moment? So when you hear yourself focusing on lack, limitation, a problem, remember it's the words that clue us in to where our consciousness is focused. And it's all about our focus. So when we hear ourselves saying, oh, that's a problem, or the problem with that is, we can then simply just say, okay, there's a solution for everything. You don't even have to say there's a solution for every problem, because then that puts credence to that there's problems. It's all about perspective. So, okay, this is happening. The situation is happening. What are the solutions? Now, one of my great mentors years ago, her name is Karen Lamarck Wilson, taught me this. It's like a butterfly effect. If you take your hands like this and you go like that. I know Elizabeth's looking at my nails. Yes, here you go. If you go like this, there's at least 9 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's at least 9 options to any given situation. Now, to retrain the brain, I used to, and I don't even have to do that anymore. I used to go, okay, there's the issue, there's the problem, because that's another word, right? There's the issue. Well, the issue with that is when they're focused on the contrast of what doesn't feel good, just naturally put your hands like this, clasp your thumbs around the butterfly, make a butterfly and go, okay, what are my options? I could call Beth and have her start the call. I could pull over and do the call from Zoom on my phone, right? You just start listing out what are some solutions. The better thing to do in the beginning when you're doing this, when you're shifting your consciousness, is take a pen and a piece of paper and allow yourself to write down 1 through 9 on a piece of paper. Because as you are like, okay, I'm going to come up with 9 solutions to this, the mind will start thinking of the ones that are most obvious, the ones that are like quick. And you just, like I said, oh, okay, I'll call Beth. I'll have her get there, right? Or I could just pull over and do the call from the side of the road, right? I could do this or this or this. Those first 2 solutions, like if Beth can't do it, that's another solution. Perfect. There is a solution. It's all just absolutely perfect. And so when we focus on that it's all going to work out and that there is a solution to everything, that contrast can always be pivoted away from, that something that feels better than focusing on this is available to me right now because we are in the land of polarity. If one thing exists, so does the opposite of it. So write down, number a piece of paper, 1 through 9. Think about the contrast that you have in your life right now, or even the thing that you think about that is a problem. It could be financial. It could be in a relationship with someone, in some form of a relationship that you have. It could be not having enough time in a situation. It could be something that you have going on with your body. Whatever we deem to be something that we're pushing against or we don't enjoy or don't feel good about, write it down, 1 through 9. Do the butterfly. What is the solution to this? Let your mind start coming up with it. And as you are focused on it, as your mind is focused on it, you're going to get inspiration from the higher mind, from the soul self, from the divine self, to giving you a totally different perspective. And when we shift our perspective, we shift everything. So this is the process. And I promise you, if you do this, anytime you're clued into, oh, we got a situation, right? Oh, we got some contrast. Uh-oh, there's a problem. Hey, the issue with that is whenever you change your focus and say there's always a solution, there's at least 9 options to any given situation. What are those options? Your mind will naturally start shifting in a different direction. It'll stop focusing on what the problem is, and it will start focusing on what the solution is. And immediately those solutions will come to you. Promise you that. So whenever you hear yourself saying that, refocus your attention on what is the solution. So I am super excited. I'm so grateful for each of you for being here. I am just so thrilled that we have this new Energy Vortex community to keep in touch, because even though we're not going to be here together, for the next 10 days or even until like the 1st of June, until our meditations start, we can connect with each other inside of the Energy Vortex. So I just want to share my screen. I know some of you have seen this. Some of you have already been in the other space with it, but this is where you go. You can go to, you see it up there, quantumenergymastery.com/energy/vortex for whatever. Just go to christywhitman.com/vortex. And as I show you, if you go down the page, there's me. You go down the page, you have 4 different levels of membership. Everybody starts in the discover. This is what we're doing right here. Everybody gets that. When you go into illuminate, then you get so much more. You get the continuation of the Watch Your Words, days 11 through 30. You get new surprise and delights each and every month. You get a pre-recorded monthly meditation and so much more. Now, these build on each other, which is exciting because as you get into, like I said, the enlighten and also the ascend level, this is where you get to have counsel work. So think about it as you're building your knowledge, you're building your awareness of universal laws, of energy mastery, of connection. I'm telling you, I was just talking to my husband. I'm like, there's nobody else that has a community with like-minded people like this. And I'm so grateful because for me, one of my biggest intentions when I started becoming a coach, but even before that, when I was a energy worker or a light worker, is I was doing it on my own. I didn't know rarely any people that did it. All my friends and family were like, is she crazy talking about energy and light and universal laws and Pollyanna and all that? I didn't have a community. And that was something that I deeply desired to have so that I could just go into what looks like a Facebook group and say, hey, I just had a thought about that. I had a problem with something and I shifted my thought and boy, a solution came. It felt so good. And to have others encourage you about that and congratulate you on that and to see the different shifts. Or, hey, I'm feeling a little down today. I'd like to have someone give me a different perspective, or I'm struggling with this thought or this contrast. What would you all do in a situation like that? What would the council say? What would Christy say? Help me out with this. And that's what this community is really about. And each level has its own private group. Think of it as like a private Facebook group. So everybody in Ascend gets to communicate at that level. Everybody in Enlighten communicates in that level. Everybody in Illuminate. And so there's different people at different levels, if you want to call it that, that can connect and help each other. So when we get to Enlighten and Ascend, that's when the councils work. That's when deeper work comes through. And that's where you get to experience one of the bonuses is from drama to love. This is an important process because it's like Watch Your Words. It's tidbits. It's just little nuggets of information to be able to watch, to listen, to apply, and then witness those changes because it's all about the how. It's all about the application. You're also going to get fun surprise and delights at all levels. And you get a $27 promo code that you can use in the online store each and every month at the Enlighten level. And then at the Ascend level, and this is all fun too, because when you join for yearly, you save 2 months. So it's like you get, 12 months for the abundance exchange for 10. No, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. So like you're creating an abundance exchange for 10 months, but you're getting 12 months. You're getting 2 months free. So on the Ascend level, for those of you that have been doing those, live monthly quantum light shifts where there's always a different subject, council comes in and it's an incredible healing. It's an incredible perspective change. It's an incredible energy upgrade each and every month. So that's included plus all that you get in Enlighten, Illuminate, and Discover, plus so much more. You get a quarterly Q&A. Those are priceless. To be able to ask infinite intelligence a question that's been on your mind. These are incredible. Anytime we've given those away as bonuses, people just love them. You're also going to get a 30 days of quantum success meditation replays and lots of other surprise and delights. So there is still time to join us. I'm going to not do as much publicly anymore because this work is very sacred and I want to be surrounded by people that truly are committed to their light path as well. So Beth, I know we have a surprise and delight to give away today. So would you mind telling us who that is and what they're
Not at
getting?
all.
Vanna, tell them
I'm
what they won.
Ooh, I'm not going to do the spinner wheel. We already did the spinner wheel, and I'll put that in the energy vortex so people can see. But Belle, and I believe she is on right here on Zoom right now. So congratulations, Belle. You are the winner of a $97 promo code to use in Christy and the Council store. So yeah,
Woohoo!
yeah.
Woohoo!
And you know,
Congratulations.
yeah, it's awesome. And you have a lot of really great stuff in the store, Christy. Can you share a little bit about some of the things, the digital products that are in your store that people can get?
Yes, we have the quantum light shifts, past ones that we've done, such as ones releasing shame and guilt, opening up to your divine creativity, moving into your power. I mean, there's just anything that you're wanting to feel different or better with, they're there. We have 30 days of series of meditations. There's a couple of them that are just absolutely priceless. We've had people literally shift their brain chemistry and heal their brain from the nervous system, 30-day process that we've done, ones that connecting with 22 angels. I mean, it goes on, and actually different programs like the Abundance Principle coaching program, they're all there in the store. They're all digital. You can listen to them at 2:00 in the morning or 2:00 in the afternoon. They're there for you. And I love, Belle is like, yay, she said her heart is racing. And I have to, someone in the chat, I think it was, where was it? I just saw it. Darn it. I saw it. A sacred trust community. I think as Sally Ann just said. Is that what, Sally Ann, you just said that? It's a sacred trust community is what this is. And that's what's important to me, is that this work, because believe me, I've had and worked with other people where there wasn't that level of trust or sacredness or holding that. And I know how important this work is. The council knows this is sacred work. This is a sacred path. And to be able to have that is tremendous. So I'm very, very grateful for that. So I love that. See, Cheryl said, my brain healed after 8 years post concussion from healing from the nervous system meditations. I mean, there's so much in the store that for whatever ails you and for whatever you want to make different or better. So have fun shopping, and congratulations, Belle. That's awesome. Yay. She said, my heart is racing. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah. It is awesome. And Christy, you know, that Illuminate level is, they get you personally coaching them, just like we've been doing for the last 10 days with those videos of the other 20
days
to shift. And we're going to keep that momentum going. And I know there's little surprise and delights you already have planned to do that. So anybody that's Illuminate, just enlighten or ascend gets to participate in that. And just like we've been doing and checking off each day, I know that not everybody who's joined the challenge or even joined the energy vortex was making use of that Watch Your Words experience. And so if you haven't checked that out, or this is your first day here, as somebody was just sharing on Facebook, please go in there and check it out. It is a great way to keep yourself kind of going through, okay, I did that, let me check it off. Oh, I get to do this. I'm going to watch the live video of the lives from this past week, because the Watch Your Word challenge stays there for you. And the new videos, if you up level to Illuminate, Enlighten, or Ascend, you get the same type of format for going through days 11 through 30 of the rest of the Watch Your Words.
Yeah. And something I wanted to say too, and I don't think I've mentioned this before, is there are times when the council gives me a download and I'm like, where do I give this? Like, I write it because I'm a writer and I write things down, but there's a lot of times when the council is coming through me and me, Christy, without, bringing through the messages, my own consciousness, I'm like, I want to tell somebody about this. And so a lot of times I'll call Beth and I'm like, guess what just came through? She's like, ooh, we got someone doing Wait, let me mute everybody again. There we go. So someone was doing drilling. It sounded like, zzz. I'll call Beth and go, oh my gosh, this came through. And she's like, whoa. And we have these like incredible conversations. And I want to be able to share that with you because the insights that come through from the council, they're just so expansive. And so that's one of the surprise and delights, is that similar to Facebook, where I'm able to go in and go live, which will be, of course, then housed. I'm not going to do it on Facebook or any place else. I'm going to do it in our community because, again, it's sacred. And so that's what I really look forward to, is those, moments of inspiration that the council wants me to write down or talk about or, think about or ponder on, or different processes that come through from them. So I'm really excited. What's happening? What's happening? Beth, what is happening? What is going on? Beth, are you doing that? I don't know what was happening. I'm closing that. So anyways, appreciate you all being here. You still have a chance to do that. It's christywhitman.com/vortex. And I will see you all on the inside. Thank you all so much for this. Congratulate yourself. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Christy, there's something that I wanted to share. I just noticed in the chat. Can I do that? Or in the chat?
Yeah.
Duncan, thank you so much for what you just shared. He said, Christy and the council, along with her incredible team, have provided incredible openings for me in the 7 months that I have walked with them. It is a light-filled community. I agree that this is a sacred space where I can allow myself to be vulnerable and express myself with a smile and perhaps with a like a laugh, right? I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Beautiful.
So anyway, yeah, thank you, Duncan.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, Beth, because one thing I wanted to say to everybody is I'm grateful for each of you showing up for yourselves, because as you create more light within yourself and as you feel lighter, you create that around your whole entire field, which lightens up the entire universe. So yes, you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it for those you love, but you're also doing it for everybody, because as one more person finds alignment, you're more powerful than millions that don't. And it really does offset the light that's in the world. And before we go, I just want to say I am so deeply grateful for the support that I get from Beth and Kim and Terry and Tab. They have been working diligently to bring this together and to offer this community. It was an idea that I've had for a very long time. And through a collaboration of all of us through team meetings, they really put some really fantastic stuff together, of stuff that needs to be viewed and used, because it's really phenomenal. It's really important. More people need to know about these universal laws. More people need to know how to master their own energy. And they have brought this all to you with such love and such care and such support. So if any of you have ever reached out to Tabitha for whatever reason in customer service, you know how much she just absolutely loves me, the council, this work, and therefore you, and is wanting to put you on the right path. If any of you have ever reached out to Beth or Kim and figuring out what's next for me, they're not there to push anything on you or sell anything for you. It's what's your next step? What's the best thing for you? And so I'm very grateful. And Terry to do the back end and to put all this together. Just so grateful. Thank you all for my amazing, amazing team, and for the council, and for making all of you aware of the stadium of light that is here to support each and every one of us. And I'm just so grateful to know that, because it makes living just so much more sweeter. So, and having you all in my life and in this light community, I am forever grateful. It's a blessing to do what I get to do, and it's a gift to do what I get to do. And but it's a greater gift that all of you are here to receive it. So thank you all. Congratulations on doing these 10 days. If you just did 1, 2, like Beth said, they're in there. Redo them, re-listen to them, because the more you tune in, the more you can stay consistent in the higher vibration, the more your outer world reflects it. Have a great day, everybody. See you all soon. Bye.